A quick thanks to Kavar Jewelers, link down in the description to purchase any of these Alpinists. Call them, let them know I sent you, and they will take care of you. Introducing the all-new 1959 Seiko Laurel Alpinists reimagined in a superb gray dial. This gray dial brings the modern reinterpretation into its own. It complements it well. I don't know why, but the white dial feels a little bit more vintage. This one more modern, and this color was highly requested by you guys. You guys were going nuts waiting for this. So I've been trying my best to complete this quickly. Now this watch is not limited. It's gonna be a staple in the Seiko lineup, hopefully for a long time. So you do have time to make up your decision. I think this watch should have had a blacked out date disc. And when we put it next to the SPB243 right there, I actually changed this one to have a black date disc. You can see the 4 right there. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. This one has blue AR. This is clear AR, so it might look a tad different. The 143 versus the 243. The dials look almost exactly the same. Maybe just the AR coating changing it for me visually. They look pretty much spot on. The case on this thing is beautiful. We got those lugs that are divided into half brushing, half high polish. The high polish line transitions on the shoulder blade of the case all the way around the mid case to the other lug. Beautifully done. High polish, bezel, and brushing on the sides of the case. Now when we think of wish list, I wish this had a solid case back instead of the see-through one, and it would be less thick. We would cut off about 1 mil here, and this watch would be 12 mil. And speaking of 12 mil, let's do the measurements. I got 39 millimeters in diameter, thickness of 13.2, and that's because this has a sapphire crystal that is domed. You can see some nice distortion, and of course that case back adding a little bit of thickness. No drilled lugs, lug to lug 45.9, excellent wearable size. We do have 19 mil lug width, solid end links, solid links, and the mid links of the bracelet are beveled and high polish. You can see it right there. See, catch the light right there. So that's a nice effect. Pins and collars. I don't mind pins and collars. They're very secure, but I do wish this had more micro adjusts. We have basically one, all right? The position you're in, and then one. Gap there, a little bit too big for me. Not a fan of that. I wish they would refine that a bit more, but it does have a nice milled clasp with the bevel that I love for comfort. So not the greatest bracelet, but not the worst bracelet. We have a healthy sized crown at 6.4 millimeters, and it's screwed down. That aids in the 200 meter water resistance. Pro specs watch, tough tool watch that can do it all. Have no fear with this watch, you can go exploring. Now the price, $750 USD for a go anywhere, do anything watch with the lineage the Alpinist brings from a brand like Seiko. It's a compelling offer. Now, if you have a good relationship with your AD, most are willing to work with you, and you can always wait for it to buy used because this one's gonna be around forever. Again, it is not limited. I would definitely pick one up, but I just bought 2 watches. I added a Swiss watch, so I finally have 1 Swiss watch in the collection. And I picked up the SPB243, and everything lines up. The bezel is perfect, the hands are perfect, the chapter ring is printed perfect, and of course, everything lines up and is perfect on this one. Everything lines up and is perfect on the cream dial and the green. And the last 2 tortoises I did, the chapter ring, everything lines up and is perfect. I see tons of Seiko on the channel. In 10 years, I know it's a long time, but it takes long to steer the ship when you're a huge ship like Seiko. I feel like, you know what, maybe the QC issues will disappear. I see a positive trend here. Now the dial and hands, beautiful dark sunray gray, unbelievably gorgeous. But when the light hits it, it looks light gray. It's just a dynamic, beautiful dial. And the hands are different on this watch. Half brushed, half polished. When we look at the champagne cream dial, the hands are completely high polish. They still have the facet down the middle, so it's divided in half, but it's high polish on both halves. This one, divided in half, but half brushed. The green one, half brushed, half polished. So the green one has the same hands, as the gray. Only the cream has the more vintage, all polished look. The limited one is all polished, just like it was back in 1959. Here they are, the green and the gray next to each other. I don't think I'm gonna review the green. I don't think I can make the same video 3 times in a row. It's a little bit difficult. Even though I'm passionate about Seikos, it's just tough because saying the same thing 3 times, it's a little bit exhausting. Maybe if a couple months pass and I'm not happy with the other green reviews on YouTube, maybe I'll do one. But for now, you can just see it here. It's absolutely gorgeous. I know because of the SARB, there's a lot of SARB fans, 017. They're gonna gravitate towards the green. I'm not feeling the green. I'm definitely feeling the gray. Let me know, guys, which one do you like down in the comment section. Okay, here it is next to the legendary SKX. All my SKX brethren. If you're looking to add a non-diver, but just as tough, just as capable, look at the new Alpinist. Man, look at that size difference, 39 versus 42. Thickness actually about the same because of that domed sapphire, SKX flat sapphire. Well, this one's sapphire. And there you can see the lug to lug. SKX presents a lot larger. The new Alpinist is gonna wear more elegantly on your wrist. Guys, be careful once you get used to smaller watches. You're definitely gonna have a hard time going back to larger. Okay, here it is on my 6.5 inch wrist, and good God, she wears perfect. Looks a bit large. Guys, it always looks a bit large on camera. Remember that, because I'm right next to the lens. But I'm doing some gymnastics here, and it looks perfect on a 6.5 inch wrist. Wow, wearing this was a mistake. Man, I love the gray dial. Has tons of presence. Look at the thickness right there. It wears it well. Wish it had a tapering bracelet. Seiko, please give us a nice upgraded tapering bracelet. This thing is gorgeous. I'm a huge fan of it. Wow. In case you didn't watch the cream dial review, here's the weight. I'm not gonna bother with the tags, 146. Let's check out the time grapher. We do have the 6R35, 70 hours of power reserve, hack and wind automatic, and 24 joules. 7 seconds a day for the first number, now 0, little bit of beat error, 0.4 milliseconds, an ultra strong amplitude of 319, that's impressive. Now we got 0 seconds a day, 0 seconds a day, and the fourth and final round, 0 seconds a day. All right, let's do 12 down. Okay, we're gonna do 12 down now to see the positional variance on your wrist. 276 amplitude, so a slight drop there. Beat error actually increased, and we got 0 seconds a day. I'm blown away right now, 0 seconds a day. And wow, beat error got even better. You can hear that low beat at 21.6. Now +2, 265 amplitude, small drop again, and now -1 for the fourth and final round. So this one on the wrist should be 0 basically. Good job, Seiko. Okay, there is the Lume Shot, beautiful blue Seiko Luma Bright. Compare it to the 63 mass in green. There you see it. It looks beautiful, not as strong as a diver, but pretty strong. This one has the faux patina on it, and that's probably why. But it's still great lume. Very nice. Okay guys, here it is in low light, and as you can see, the legibility is excellent. I love this gray dial. I'm a huge fan of it. And guys, please support the channel by becoming a member. Click the join button down below. You get to use exclusive emojis that I created, and it helps support the channel and lets me continue doing these videos. I really appreciate it. The more members I get, the more emojis I can add. And eventually, members are going to get exclusive content when the channel grows bigger. But thank you guys for your support, and I really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.